What is going on, guys, and welcome to another First Descendant video. Today I'm bringing you guys the ultimate guide to everything you need to know about runes. Why are they important? How do you activate them? How do you upgrade them? How do you make them better? How do you sell them? Everything, guys. When I say everything about runes, after watching this video, you're going to be 100% ready to rock and roll with what to do with runes. Now, if you find this video helpful, guys, let's try to get this video to 100 likes. And without further ado, let's jump into runes. So we're going to start off with the simple thing. What are runes? Runes are items that you're able to apply to your weapon and your character to enhance your weapon and your character. So I'm going to give you guys a quick example. Let's take a look at the menu here of our character. As you guys see here on the menu on our character, we have a total of 3 weapons. Now, these 3 weapons are divided within 3 categories. We have this one right here, which is the category where submachine guns, assault rifles, and hand cannons go. This is where runes for these particular weapons would be activated. We have the torrent rune. This is where runes for machine guns, tactical rifles, and beam rifles are going to be activated. And then we have the wave rune, which are scout rifles and hand cannons. In addition to that, guys, we have the thunder rune, which is going to be available for sniper rifles and launchers. And then we have the haste rune. This is going to affect the use of a shotgun. Last but not least, we have this part right here called the Descendant rune. This is going to pretty much affect your character. So basically, guys, these 5 here above are only going to be for weapons, and this one down here are going to be for character. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and check out what runes look like. So as you guys notice right here, there are a couple slots. All these slots are optional where you guys could go ahead and activate runes. Now, we're going to be talking about how you could get more of these slots. We're also going to be talking about how you can increase the capacity, which we'll talk a little bit more. And then we're also going to talk about this info right here, which says mastery rank, energy activator user count, increase max capacity. Okay, so we're going to talk about all this. So the first thing you want to notice is this is going to be your main one that you want to pay attention to. The storm room capacity tells you how many of these slots you're able to fill up until you get to 35. So we go in here. You're going to notice that the runes have a number right here on the top, 7, 8. Basically, as you go adding these runes, you're going to notice that number goes from 7 to 35 till you get to the point where you're not going to have enough points for that rune slot. So as you guys see here, I can no longer add any of these. I have to look for one to cap this to actually be like at 5. And that theoretically will cap me at 35 for the runes. But as you notice, guys, I still have 3 more additional spots. So if you guys want to maximize your runes, you're going to have to pay attention to 2 main things. Number 1, of course, you're going to want to pay attention to what type of rune goes for which particular slot, because of course you're not going to want to put a rune that benefits a hand cannon and into a slot where you have an assault rifle. So you're going to want to make sure you manage those runes accordingly depending on the weapon you actually have activated. In addition to that, you want to make sure you get the maximum amount of runes slotted to be able to get the slot. But guys, don't worry, because we're going to be able to level this up, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what you're going to be able to do. The next thing you guys are going to want to know is the master rank. Now, each of these runes right here is coincide with a master rank, and each of them are identified by different not by different numbers, but by a letter and also by colors. So if we go in here to a rune slot, you're going to notice that we have all these yellows, and then we go to filter here. It's going to tell us what we can filter these particular runes from. So we have blues, which are tier, pretty much tier 1. These have lower number count. We have the purples, and we have the legendaries. Now, in addition to that, we have neutral runes. We have gamma runes, alpha, delta, beta, and upsilo. I'm going to tell you guys exactly what this does and why this is extremely important, especially when you're trying to min-max your character and your build. Of course, you already know by tiers. You already know, of course, yellow is better, but not all the time, because they are very expensive. They take a big chunk of number. Now, these letters are going to be extremely important. I'm going to explain why in just a little bit. But now that you understand how weapon runes work, let's talk about Descendant runes. Now, for Descendant runes, you have 2 particular slots. You have the rune for your character, and you have the rune for your melee attack. So melee attack runes are very self-explanatory. They also filter in the same way as well, and within the same letter type. You have a sword, a kick, you have a punch, you have a baton, and then you have a claws. And each of these guys are really, really good. But of course, the higher level they are, the better they're going to be within that melee. Now, you're able to apply runes in here, and these runes are going to be beneficial to your character. So keep in mind, depending on the character you have, because these are kind of shared, they're kind of general. but you're going to want to make sure you pay attention to a character. So if you have a character that's really good with burn, or you're going to go into a level that has a lot of burn mechanics, you're probably going to want to apply this one. Or you're using an agile character, you're probably going to want to use something that allows you to run quicker. You also want to make sure you're if you have someone that's not so tanky, you want to make sure you're applying shield. If you have someone that has really low health, you want to make sure you're applying health. So it all depends on your particular character and your playstyle on what runes you're going to be applying here. And the cool thing about these runes is that you're able to get some really good ones, like increasing your skill cooldown, being able to get your skills back, being able not to use one skill. Like for example, this one is skill cooldown plus 2.8, and you get skill attack increase, and then you're able to maximize this. Now the cool thing about them is also you're going to be able to upgrade them for them to become even better. So here, guys, you're going to want to focus on your character. Now that you guys understand where they go, now that you understand what you do, how to equip them, let's talk about all the stuff you're able to do as far as upgrading them and enhancing them. All right, so in order for you to enhance them, you're going to have to go visit Silo, and I'm going to go ahead and pull up my map here so you guys can see exactly where he's at. He's pretty much at the end of the map. So you start off right here, basically, and then you're going to work your way all the way down here to the last spot right here, and you're going to be able to set a waypoint or get to him right here. Now, when we go to his menu, we're going to access his menu. In his menu, he's going to have a couple of options. We have Enhanced Runes, Dismantle Rune, Combine Rune, Apply Rune Socket type, and Max Rune Capacity. So the main thing we want to talk about is this one. Let's go ahead and do this one because this is going to be the one that you're probably going to understand more. So you guys notice our capacity was 35. If we go ahead and pretty much upgrade that, it's going to increase it to 54. So we're going to max this completely out. And then every time we max this out, our controller vibrates right here. And boom, bada bing, this is 5 out of 5 capacity. Now, we're not able to go any further than here because we haven't mastered. We have to increase our mastery level. So, all right, now that we enhanced the rune, let's go ahead and go to our inventory. Let's go to the Storm Rune. And you're going to notice now it says from 35 to 75. Now, that's the max level you're able to get when it comes to the rune within your weapon. As far as the mastery level I know as the higher mastery level you go, the more runes you're going to be able to unlock. So we're going to enhance that so we can see the final number that we're going to be able to get for our character. And we're going to click Descendant Rune, and then we're just going to go ahead and maximize that, okay? So that means we're going to be able to apply more runes for our character. Now, this is extremely important that you pay attention to which ones you want to maximize, due to the fact that you're going to want to maximize the weapons you're using the most, based on the breakdown I gave you. And you're also going to want to maximize your Descendant runes so you have enough runes to be able to maximize your character. So now once again, when we go back to our inventory, we go here. Now it's going to say 36 out of 70, so I'm able to apply more runes with more higher benefits. Of course, the legendaries will be have more cost value applied to them. Now after that, we're going to go back to him, and now we understand the max rune. All right, so now let's go to Enhanced Runes. We're going to click on here. It takes a little bit of load, and we're going to sort by the ones we have in our inventory, just so you guys can get a better idea of what this actually does. Let's go here. We want to go ahead and enhance this elemental immunity. Basically, it's going to make us immune to poison, flame, and ice and all that good stuff. So when we enhance it, it's going to go up in value in the sense that it's going to go give us quite an increment when it comes to the stuff that we have. And we're able to determine how much we want to enhance it. So we could keep going further and further to enhance it, or we could go less and less and less based on the capacity of the rune. Of course, the more we enhance it, this is going to enhance it all the way to level 10, and the more benefit we'll get. So we're going to go ahead and hit that right there. And as you guys see, the rune is going to get enhanced, and now we're going to be able to have an enhanced rune. As you see right there, now it's an enhanced rune. And of course, we're going to be able to enhance these runes even further as soon as we increase our mastery level. So now we have a more maxed out rune here that's going to help us and be more beneficial to us. The next thing is very self-explanatory. This is Dismantle Runes. This is going to allow you to dismantle the runes. And when you dismantle these, you're going to acquire Aquilopothium. I think that's how you say it. And that's going to give you the material to enhance runes. So, you just pretty much come here and dismantle the runes. Now, Combine Runes is a little bit interesting because what this is going to allow you to do is going to let you combine your runes. And you're able to combine a total of 4. And it's going to let you acquire a rune, but that's going to turn into gold. Now, you basically want to make sure you apply let's say we want to apply these, right? So we're going to go here, we're going to do this one, and we're going to do this one. You have to do a total of 4 of them. So you basically want to combine the ones that are lesser value. So if you want to maybe do blues instead of those, but you want to do some ones that have similar values. So let's say I want to do this one, And let's go here and let's do, we want to do that. We're going to do this one, and then we're going to do this one right here. So basically, this one's going to do shield recovery. We have max shield. We have upgrade level of HP and max health. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to combine these, and it's going to give us, it's going to convert these 4 into one gold one. Okay, so it's going to do one gold one. It's not going to have all the elements in them. It's called battery recovery here, but it's not gonna be like super powerful. Okay, so all right, so now that we combine that, this is what we got. We got the better recovery here, and this better recovery now allows us to have a recovery out of combat. So now what we could do is we could go ahead and enhance that rune to maximize its full potential. So that's how that works. Next up, we have the rune sockets, and this is the thing I explained earlier. So what we're going to be doing here, guys, is we're going to go into our Descendants here, and you're going to notice that this has a E. The one we currently have slotted does not have this emblem. It has this emblem, right? So as you guys notice, the number is red, and since it's red, that means that it's doing the opposite of what we want to do. That's why it's extremely important that when we slot these right here, we're slotting them to the right category. As you guys see here, this is a red icon now. So what we want to do is we want to convert this from red instead of red into green. Now you're going to notice that this says 10 because it's giving more than what this actual value is. It's increasing it by 7 because I believe this rune is 7 and it's increasing it by 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to go here and we're going to go to this character right here. We're going to talk to this character, and then we're going to go to apply Rune Socket, and we're going to select the Descendant right here. We're going to select this one right here. And instead of this one, we're going to apply this one. Okay, now we're going to apply this socket, and it's going to convert that socket into the correct socket that we need. As you guys see right there, it's going to say you can apply the newly assigned socket color immediately. And we're going to go ahead and change. And now we go into our character. You're going to notice that it went from red to green, and the value now is down to 5. Green means that you applied the right correct socket to this one, allowing you to lower the capacity of your rune. So it's going to be really important that you pay attention to if it's red or green, because that's going to enhance the rune that you actually get. So that's how this letter comes into play. If it's a matching letter of the rune, it's going to reduce the value. If it's not a matching letter of the rune, it's going to increase the value. So it's going to be very important that you pay attention, especially when you're trying to min-max a character or build. You're going to want to make sure you have enough, a certain amount of runes in there, and as much as runes as you can to maximize your character. And of course, the last question is, Laser, where do you go about getting runes? Well, in order to get runes, guys, you just theoretically got to play the game. Usually bosses drop a lot of runes. Of course, the late end activities drop a lot of runes. The raids, the voids, those are going to be dropping the most entire runes as you possibly can. Collecting runes, combining runes is going to be extremely important to the game. That's what's going to make your character from being okay to being super duper dope. And of course, guys, the builds are going to be coming straight to the channel with different runes that are going to make your character extremely powerful. Now that you understand how runes work, maybe you want to know how weapons work in the game, or maybe you want to know everything you need to know about the game before the game launches. Make sure you guys check out these videos that are popping up right now on the screen. If you guys are enjoying what we're doing here on the channel and like our coverage for the First Descendant, a like would be greatly appreciated, guys. Don't forget, if you want to show more additional support, do consider becoming part of the Bolt Nation. There is a very good incentive, guys, if you guys are needing help completing hard-end content. Yes, being a member of the Bolt Nation is going to help you guys achieve that a lot faster. I hope you guys are enjoying our content. Thank you for the support, and don't forget, for all things gaming, make sure you guys keep it locked here, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.